weekend. Happy weekend. Hope you're staying warm wherever you are, depending on where you're at in the country or the world. Wanted to do a quick weekend update. Again, I always get good feedback on these. You guys like seeing these. So we usually go over like a Friday and the Thursday, like the most recent days here, and how the Maverick AI Pro could have given you some edge here. So let me just, for those of you that are new, let me just give you a quick little 30-second rundown, and then we'll go over Friday. And we can also look at Thursday too if you want. So essentially, the Maverick AI Pro, this indicator on your chart, is coloring the candles to the data we're seeing underneath the hood. If you're just using red and green candles, those candles are being colored by price and direction, right? When did it open? When did it close? Which, did it go above or below? Like, it's just red and green candles. With the Maverick AI Pro, it is coloring your candles to the strength and the momentum of the data we're seeing in the background. So gray is indecision or reversal. Red is your second strongest downside candle. Green is your second strongest upside candle, and bright green is your strongest upside candle. When we see massive evidence, massive data that we are heading to the upside, you will get bright green candles. You'll get hot pink if it's to the downside. So how could the Maverick AI Pro have given you edge on Friday? The market opened up, and I marked it right here, and I'm kind of scrolled over for a reason. So we start right at market open, 9:30, and you had gray candles. And what does that mean? You're just going to sit on your hands. Gray candles means reversal or indecision. It's obviously not some major reversal here. This is just sideways action. And this box here is the orb indicator. It just draws a box. I believe this is just the 15-minute orb here that I just threw on, just for context. So you can see how this thing's just going sideways. The Maverick guide, this blue line right here, okay, is just flat. It's not going up. It's not going down. It's pretty darn flat. So when you have gray candles, and yeah, you got a little red here, you got a little green here, but you're still within your little box here. You're still within your little range. You got to know price action. As you're coming around with mostly gray candles, and you're this blue line, which we love to go long when price is above the blue line. We love to go long when price is above the blue line. We'd love to go short when price is below it. But when it's flat, we sit on our hands. So right out of the gate from the open, your Maverick guide was pretty much flat all the way to almost 10 o'clock. All right. And then what happens? You mostly gray, a little bit of 2 minutes of red, 3 minutes of green, big deal, but you're flat. You're flat, you're flat, you're flat. Then guess what? Look at this change. Look at this change in angle of the Maverick guide. It literally just goes from flat to all right, we're going to take off to the upside. And the candles follow, okay? And you went from gray indecision candles to green, your second strongest upside candle, to bright green. I think we're saying if you see bright green, it might fly right off your screen. And look at all these up confidence arrows. Now, these are not buy signals. These are confidence arrows to tell you, hey, you're moving in the right direction. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, this would have been your 8th. So 7 screaming at you to get into this. Also, I have the Maverick Bear Bull background. So this is saying that the bulls are in control right here. All right, so what we do is we stack probability. All right, so where would I have gotten in? If I was on this chart right here, I would want to see a bright green candle or us break out of this little bit of range that we're just been stuck in for the first 30 minutes of the market open. But the reason why I put A plus setup right here is because when you here, your Maverick guide is completely flat. You're going to, this is Chop City. And I know nobody likes to see Chop right off the gate as the bell rings, but it was a Friday. So yeah, you got to expect some chop. And the Maverick guide just takes a quick, sharp upward turn. You go from gray indecision candles to green candles to bright green candles. So when you get that first bright green candle, your Maverick trender is pegged to the top. This is the Maverick trender. When this line is pegged to the top, it can't go any further, okay? That means that there is massive strength and momentum to the upside when you're pegged right here. So you finally break up with the blue line. You go from green, which is your second strongest upside candle, to bright green. Tons of up confidence arrows. Maverick trender is firing. And by the way, at that moment, market's closed right now, but at that moment, you would get a downtrend label for sure. I'm sorry, an uptrend label for sure. And this is what I would call an A+ setup. I'm sure your Maverick Multi-X was mostly green. I'll show you guys that in a second. This would have just been a beautiful move. And if you would have just even, I don't know, let's say you were like, I'm shy to get in. I'm going to wait for the third bright green candle. Okay, so that's, what is that? Let me grab out my calculator here. So let's say you didn't get on the first candle, the second candle. You got in at the top of the third candle because you were just really wanting to make sure this thing was going to rip. And then you took it up. This is flat. We would hold through this because you're just going flat. You're not going down. You're just like, it's a moment of resting, and then it keeps going up. And let's say you didn't even get the whole move. Let's say you got out here. You didn't take it all the way up. You just got it to right here. What's this? 25,789. Okay. So that's 105 points from the top of the third candle. So you just waited. You were like, nah, I don't want the first one. Nah, I don't know about the second one. Okay, fine. I'll take the third one at the very end of the third one. And you took it all the way up, and you didn't get this whole other move, which is 845. Oh my, wait, what? 845 down to here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it still went another 65 points. That's crazy, but 105 points on NQ is 420 ticks. 420 ticks. Like, that's insane. So that means on one contract, that's a $2,100 move. $2,100 move from the top of this third candle all the way up to, nope, you're not going to get another 60 points. We're only getting 100 of it. So out of a 160 point move, I'm only giving you, whatever that percentage is, 60% of it, 65%, I don't know. But it's to right here, and that would have paid $2,100. That is absolutely insane. And keep this in mind, this A+ setup, because I want to show you guys something in a second that I've been posting about for the last couple days. So let's go back to let me go back to the market open on Thursday. Where is it? Thursday. Okay, so this is your market open right here. Let me mark it. By the way, if you guys would want a drawing tool like this, this is the Maverick Draw. If you would want a drawing tool like this on NinjaTrader, let me know, because I think we're going to put it in a power pack. But I just don't know if you guys want it. I literally... our programmers built this for me because I wanted it. Because I was so tired of going right click, where is it? Drawing tools, finding the drawing tools. I just wanted to be like, hey, I mean, you guys saw how quickly I just drew this. I just wanted a vertical line, boom, click it and be done with it. Anyway, so this is a beautiful, beautiful market open. Remember, bright green is your strongest upside candle. The market opens, and what happens? You start cooling off on the data. You get green candles, what do I want to say here? The Maverick AI Pro colors your candles to data, not direction. So these are green candles, but they're going down because you're going from bright green to way less buying data to green to gray, which is indecision or reversal. Here it's reversal because it's just going straight down. You came back up, you tested the Maverick guide. Remember, we like to go long when price is above the Maverick guide right here. We like to go long when price is above the Maverick guide. And we like to go short when price is below the blue line. So what happened was, And this is just like the orb box right here. It's just in blue. So we had bright green candles. We started to see a little bit of buying in the data in the background. Market opens, green candles, second strongest downside candle, gray, which is indecision or reversal. Here would be reversal. Red, your second strongest downside candle, to hot pink. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. And what a move. I mean, you go from green, bright green to green. You're like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to jump in right away. You start getting these reversal candles, tons of down confidence arrows. Even if you jumped into it a little early, you never closed above the Maverick guide until way down here. You didn't close above the Maverick guide till 10:17. That's insane. You wicked above it. But I mean, these are 1 minute candles. You weren't above it for 10 years. So pretty interesting. Red background, the bears are in control. You had 2 minutes of the bulls retracing back to the Maverick guide. Then the bulls took right back over, pushed down. 2 minutes of the bulls taking back to the retracing back to the Maverick guide, and then the blue line, and then hot pink candles down. What a huge move. If you emailed me and told me you got most of this move, I would believe you. I really would. I'm a little chicken, so I don't think I would get this full move. I like to take the profit off the table. But let's say that you just came down here. You were still like, I don't know. We're below the Maverick guy. We got a red background. The data is cooling off to the downside, but I don't know. Okay, we're retracing. Let's say you only got in on this third red candle. You waited all the way till you got a red candle. You didn't take it way up here, 732. You took it down here, which was, oh my gosh, what is that, 37, 60, 69 points. You waited a whole 69 points to get in because you just wanted to make sure that you were good. Maverick Trender is pumping to the upside, the red line, so that means to the downside. So Maverick Trender can't go any further. So let's say you only took it from here. And what is that? 676? 676. Okay, let me pull out my calculator here. 676. And then you wrote it down. You still had hot pink candles. So you were tracing back up for a few minutes. Remember, these are just 1 minute candles. So 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes of retracement. Okay, but you never closed above the Maverick guide. So you stick in because you have pink candles. You see what's going on underneath the hood. You don't have green candles or even gray candles here. They're all pink and red, and you continue to push down. And then let's say you held on to it and you brought it back up and you got out right here. Okay, so that would be, what's that, 578, 578. Oh my gosh, that's 98. That's a 98 point move. 98 points, and by the way, I'm sure plenty of you guys got in way earlier, but that's 98 points. That is 392 ticks on NQ. Oh my gosh. So one contract would have paid you $1,960. Now, this is not financial advice. Do your own research. This is all in hindsight, but I want you to see how the software works. I want you to see how the indicators work. So even if you only caught half of that, that's a $980 payday. That's pretty insane. Okay, let's say you got only a quarter of it. You only got 25% of that whole move. That's still almost a $500 profit. That's crazy. We stack probability. Okay, bright green candles, then you went to green, your second strongest downside, upside rather, to gray reversal, to red is your second strongest downside, to hot pink. Tons of down, by the way, this whole time you have down confidence arrows. Down confidence arrow, down confidence arrow, down confidence arrow, down confidence arrow. How many do you have? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 down confidence arrows. And by the way, if you would have gotten in here, you still would have had plenty of meat on the bone to take it and probably still make another $500 just from here. 13 down confidence arrows screaming at you. You only had 2 minutes of green background here, 2 minutes of green background here. And then the market started coming back up. and it wanted to retrace back up and then below, and now you got chop going into lunchtime. But pretty wild. So if you want clear vision on your charts, if you want edge in the market, if this speaks to you, it's not for everybody, right? Everybody has a completely different trading style, and but see if this speaks to you. Watch some other videos, see if this speaks to you. If it does, come check us out. Don't take my word for it, not financial advice. Do your own research, read what our traders are saying. But I just love seeing the data that's underneath the hood and having an indicator like the Maverick AI Pro that will color my candles, letting me know, the Maverick trender letting me know where is their strength and momentum. And then of course we have the Maverick Multi-X, which I do not have up on here, and a bunch of our other indicators that I love to trade with, but it's just a weekend recap, so I just threw these two indicators on here. So if you want clear vision on your charts, come check us out. See if it speaks to you. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.